Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 24th of April, 2024. An interesting day because today's schedule was totally kind of thrown for a loop over the course of this week because of the status of certain games and playthroughs and Fightcade and everything else. But it still ended up being a pretty good final streaming day of the week, in my opinion. Let's take a look at that. All right. So, first of all, podcast today. Good variety of topics covered because we actually had a lot of news to discuss. I also talked about, why I was going to start Fallout for a few days early. And basically, it was a really chill time, but a lot of topics covered on the show. So it was a good one in that regard. If you want to get informed on current gaming news and stuff, definitely check out the podcast from this morning. Then we jumped into Elden Ring again for 2 days in a row. The reason being is because we're nearing the end, and I knew that this coming week there was going to be multiple new games or playthroughs that I was going to try out, not guaranteeing that I was going to do all of them at length. But knowing that, and knowing that I probably won't be playing as much Elden Ring next week, I figured another extra stream of it would be warranted. And it really was. It was a good choice because today I was able to basically wrap up all the loose ends in the Lands Between before going to the Haley Tree. We fought the Falling Star Beast, which I had skipped, earlier on in the playthrough because I just didn't really have enough health or speed to face it. Well, now I obviously did. We went back and fought Rykard, and this was neat because I tried to beat him legit with magic, and I almost did. In fact, the only real reason I couldn't is because he has such damage resistance that even at my level, okay, I'm dealing great damage to him. My problem was I was always running out of FP. I could beat him. He wasn't outplaying me. He wasn't so devastating that he was crushing me. I just didn't have the resources to beat him. Number one, I don't have max flask. I think I'm at least down one flask. I need to find 2 more golden seeds to get it. But in addition to that, the fact that basically you need to kind of play it perfectly. And what I mean by that is, yeah, if I'm not going to get hit, well, then obviously I can just put all of my flasks into the FP restoration and just do that and I would win. But I'm not playing it perfectly. I'm not going to sit there and memorize all his patterns and everything. So I got pretty close. Like I got down to the wire where it looked like I would beat him, and then I ran out of FP, and that happened a few times. So after that, after trying it for like 25 minutes, be like, all right, you know what? I know I'll get it if I keep going at it, but why don't, I use the spear? The stupid thing is I don't like using the spear. It's a dumb gimmick fight. And at this point, it's endgame for me. So obviously I have tons of endurance. I can just spam the charged R2 attacks and just do giant chunks to him and stun him. So it wasn't really fun. I wanted to beat him with magic. I know I could have, but because the way they built this gimmick boss, you can't really beat him with the magic because you run out of FP unless you're a perfect player dodging every attack so you don't ever need to heal. So it is what it is. I tried, but I still beat him. Just I had to use the spear. And other odds and ends. There was the mausoleum that shoots down the laser beams, and then there was the one of the final Deathrite birds in the game. I actually got a really good talisman from the tower in the upper, that northern frozen area. I solved that puzzle by doing the only Ash summon I did the whole game was just to get that tower open. And I got that. So basically I did a lot of adjustments today, leveled up a bit more, got more different equipment and stuff, changed my hat, stuff like that. And then we went to that town with all the invisible enemies where you have to hit the 4 bells or no, light the 4 candles, I think it is. And that unlocks the Haley Tree entrance. We got to the Haley Tree and I played there for like 15, 20 minutes, but I ran out of time. So we didn't get too far and we're just still in the entry area. But great progress. And now we are in line to take on the Haley Tree, which is probably going to take, I would guess, at a minimum 2 streams, at a maximum maybe 4, because it really is all going to hinge on how tough is Haley Tree as a magic blend. What the heck? A magic build versus the original melee build that I did in my first run. In my first run, I melted certain things in this playthrough, right? And then other things were tougher. I know there's a variety of bosses there in the Haley Tree to face, so I don't know. And with the final, everyone knows the final boss, Melania, hardest boss in Dark Souls history. Well, I should say FromSoft history. So far, because the DLC is going to come up and probably will have tougher stuff. But how will I do against her? I don't know. I'm definitely wondering how that magic build will do against her. Especially because remember, I really take damage pretty poorly. So I think what's going to end up happening is she's going to destroy me with that swallow dance thing she does. But I'm thinking probably an entire stream of Haley Tree, boss fights, exploration, and I won't even get to her yet. And then probably a second stream where we'll get to her and have to do the initial fights and maybe needing a third stream to beat her, and then probably the finale of the game. So likely, if I were playing Elden Ring as the main streams like I've been doing all along, next week, I might have even beaten it either by next week or the week right after. But next week is different games. So Elden Ring might not be played as much. So therefore, yeah, Elden Ring probably will take longer to beat. Maybe it might even be night streams. We'll see. Okay? All right, anyway, so Elden Ring, it went well today. Then on tonight's late stream, it was the premiere of Fallout 4. The first time that I had played the game in 9 years, playing it on Xbox Series X. I'm really happy that we played it tonight, and here's why. Number one, it gets people hyped for me actually getting into the meat of the game with this performance patch and upgrade that's coming out tomorrow. It allowed me to get through the early stage, the character creation, the vault tech scene, to explore the initial town, and to actually get down into Concord. By the end of the night, finally, I'd found my first melee weapon because my build is very different. My build is going to be strength, perception, endurance, and luck. Essentially, I'm trying to make a dumb oaf who's lucky and good with melee combat. So immediately, the first thing I did, I picked the perk that allows you to get, I think it's a 3 times experience by a random chance, but it's a good chance. So hopefully I'll be leveling up a lot more quickly. Then I immediately got advanced lockpicking. So those 2 were my first 2 levels. And I found the machete, but then I got a switchblade. I'm going to maybe try each one, see which I like more. Immediately, I can tell you the VATS and building the crits and everything is kind of fun. So I think this is going to be a neat build that's very different from my first run where I was using guns and everything. So basically we cleared out in Concord the museum, and we got the power core. We're about to head into the power armor, and that's where I ended my very first stream. So went well. I would say attendance was great, and super chats actually were really good. But there was not a lot of tips, but that's okay. I mean, the super chats were quite good. So as for a night stream like this, I'm not disappointed at all. And keep in mind that this was just the premiere was the night stream because I wanted to do an extra stream before the performance patch hit. I wanted to get to the meat of the game before then, which I now have. So now when I play it again this weekend, we'll be able to just do the exciting stuff and see how the performance patch improves the game. By the way, the game, after you turn on the FPS boost mode, runs at a very silky smooth 60 frames per second. So I'm happy for that, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the videos that I upload tonight. Let me know your thoughts. First time in 9 years playing the game. Obviously, everyone's hyped for Fallout right now because of the TV show. So I hope that you enjoy, and I can't wait for more. Okay? So overall, guys, this streaming week, even with the extenuating circumstances, the co-op getting indefinitely delayed, Fightcade being canceled and now off the table because it exposes private information, we still had a great week. Great progress in Elden Ring heading into the Haley Tree and Endgame. Great progress in Street Fighter getting better with Zangief. Helldivers 2 progress, unlocking great stratagems and having fun with that. A great React week, right? Great React content. Overall, really no complaints. I had a good one. I hope that you guys enjoyed the week as well. I'm off tomorrow from streaming, so I hope you all have a fun and safe day. FYI, lots of content still coming out. All the videos here I hope you'll check out from the week and get caught up on. There's still going to be new content on the Throwback channel. There's still going to be new content on the React channel coming out of everything. Hey, if you like the Fallout 4, you'll definitely like my original run of Fallout 3 from 2008 that is going live daily. I should say every other day over on the DSP Throwback channel. I hope some of you will check it out. I think you would really enjoy it because it's upscaled. It's better quality in so many different ways. And I hope that it'll get some eyes on it now. If people like the Fallout 4, but they're craving more, you can go watch Fallout 3. Okay? So when I return on Friday, we'll have a fun level 1 podcast in the morning, probably recapping my day off, talking about game news and the like. And then it'll be the premiere of a new game called Another Crab's Treasure, which is a Souls-like game where you star as a hermit crab doing tough combat and platforming, much like a hybrid of Sekiro and Dark Souls, in this weird crustacean underwater environment. I have no idea how this game is going to go. People are saying this game company has made other games that were great. So I'm excited to try it out. Hopefully it turns out to be something fun and interesting that you guys like. We'll give it a shot. Friday night is Friday Night Fights. More Street Fighter 6 with Zangief as I prepare to keep leveling him up and learning more. And then, if you're wondering when will Fallout 4 come back, it is the daytime stream on Saturday. It is the 3+ hours of gameplay plus the performance patch will be out for the game to make it better on modern consoles, which I will absolutely use. And I hope it'll be exciting to rush into, all the combat. We're going to immediately do the power armor scene and then head into the main game. So it should be neat and fun. I want to say thank you all for such a great week. I had a great time, and I hope that you did too. I wish you all a safe and fun Thursday. I'll see you all Friday morning for another full and fun week with new gameplay and good stuff. Thank you guys. Enjoy your Thursdays. Be safe. Peace out.